Bonjour, mes amis. Entrez-vous. Come in. This is my bedroom. This is my favouriteest place in the whole world. But come here, look at the cut of me. Look at the under the eyes. They're pure lilac. I have had the bad insomnia, mes amis, for it's been going on a while, you know, like maybe the last 17 years or something. And it was grand, you know, when I was still drinking, I didn't really notice. But it's gone terrible bad of late. Two kinds, both kinds. The kind where you can't, you know, you go to bed and you're lying there thinking, it's time to go to sleep, it's time to go to sleep, and then you don't go to sleep. And then the times when you do go to sleep and then you wake up, you go, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so I will tell you my attempts. It might be of help to you. So I read these things and they said, sleep in a well-ventilated room. So I well-ventilated my room, but then it was very cold, and it was cold keeping me awake. And also I was very afraid, because if you have your room well-ventilated around where I live, there would be a good chance that you would wake up in the middle of the night, assuming you had got to sleep at all, to find a young man in your room having entered through the well-ventilated window, and he'd be absconding with your valuables, like your favourite shoes and your good mascara and all that sort of thing. So it's been a hard job. So also they say, have a bath before you go to bed. Have a bath, a lovely, relaxing bath with lovely lavender oil and everything. But mes, I can't do that because I hate getting wet. Now, everyone will go, ew, when I say that. Now, I'm not saying that I don't wash myself, because I do, because you have to in a civilized society. I'm simply saying that I don't enjoy it, and that if I had to get into a bath every night and get wet, it's the awful wetness. Water's so very cruel, and it's real, you know, showers are the worst. Showers are like an assault. But like even a bath, I'd be sitting there rigid and thinking, is my 10 minutes up yet? And I'd rather not be able to sleep. So anyway, my preparation for my night's sleep begins most days at about 9 in the morning. See, I have my 2 cups of coffee, and thereafter, no caffeine. No caffeine. Not even Diet Coke, because that has caffeine, and I like Diet Coke a lot. And I've actually tried to switch to Sprite Zero. Do you know what? It's a lovely drink, but it's very elusive. Like, you know, you can't get it everywhere. You can get it in the oddest places. Like, they have it on some aeroplanes, for example, but you could go to the fanciest restaurant in the world and they mightn't have it. So anyway, Diet Sprite is my drink now because I can't have the caffeine. And then, right, for my dinner, I have loads of carbs, and because carbs are meant to be a sedative, you're meant to have your carbs in the evening if you have trouble sleeping. But you'd swear, like, I think carbs are going to be made illegal. I think it's going to go the way of smoking. You know, because if you're out and people look at you, they go, have a potato. Like, you know, it's like a really bad thing. And then I try and explain the insomnia and everything. And they're there with their half a pig on the plate, or a big haunch of venison. A big deer has just galloped in to be ate by them because they're all, you're eating the protein, you know. So I have to eat my carbs in secret now. It is a terrible thing. I have to pretend that oh yes, grand, the lamb, I will have the entire lamb, thank you very much. Oh, no potato at all. And then, right, before, they say have the hot milky drink before you go to bed, but I'd puke if I had the hot milky drink. So I have yogurt instead, which isn't hot, but it is sort of milky. And there is a spice. Now, it could be nutmeg, but it might be cinnamon, because I get the two mixed up, because they're sort of the same, aren't they? One of them, and it might be nutmeg, is a natural hallucinogenic. And Vilma, I'll tell you about Vilma. Vilma said, oh, Marian, because that's the way she speaks, because she's Lithuanian, she goes, Marian, just a tiny, tiny bit, because it is a hallucinogenic. And I thought, feck that, I'll put in a tablespoon. I thought, a lovely natural hallucinogenic, what could be nicer? Which brings me to Vilma. Now we have to go downstairs to the kitchen, I have to show you and tell you everything about Vilma. Come on! We're going to go down to the kitchen. Do you mind the spare sheet hanging there drying? It's because Anne-Marie and Jack are coming to stay tomorrow, so we're cleaning the room for them. So come on down. I'll tell you all about Vilma when we get down there. You'll love hearing about her. So this is our kitchen. Now ignore the filth if you wouldn't mind. I'd be obliged. Now first of all, I want to tell you about Vilma. Vilma's the most beautiful person in the whole world. She's called I don't know if I can even pronounce it. Vilma Matuleva-Cutie. And she's Lithuanian, and she's a naturopath, and she is one of the world's truly good people. Do you know, like she's just a really loving person. And so I go to her to get fixed, you know, for all my various ailments, you know, like, and she gives me great tinctures like to combat flu and colds and all that sort of thing. And then gives me things that are good for my health and everything. So anyway, I went to her and I said, Vilma, I have an awful difficulty getting off to sleep. Will you give me anything? So I thought she'd give me another lovely tincture, a lovely drinky thing. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, this is what she gave me. Like, can you see it? It's a bag, and it's full of powdery stuff. Now, I believe, I know nothing about this, I have no personal experience, but I believe it looks a bit like heroin, but it is not heroin, I wish it was. It smells ferocious. Now, it smells horrible. And Vilma said to me, Marian, she said, because that's the way she talks, put it with some coconut cream, make a nourishing drink for bedtime. And I thought, oh, Vilma, I love you, I will, you know. And she really wanted me to sleep now. I'll show you what I do with it, will I? So there it is, horrible. So I get a little cup from up here. Do you see? Little cup. And I get a little spoon. And I get some yogurt, some plain yogurt, right? And I'll bring it over here to you. Bring it over to the table, right? So I put it in here like this. See? Like that. See, in the cup? And then I put my yogurt in here, see? Like that. And then I mix it together, see? Come see? And then, see how very easy? Except, then I have to eat the feckin' thing. And I am not joking. I call it my bush tucker trial. I mean, and I'm not telling you anything that I wouldn't tell Vilma. I said to Vilma, you see, and it's only the fact that I know Vilma truly cares about me. I know that this is not a practical joke. I mean, you could almost smell it, I'm sure. But she said they're very grounding. And, you know, I do it for the love of Vilma rather than the belief that I can get to sleep, you know. But I could go on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out There, and I could eat the pureed kangaroo's penis and all that sort of thing because, you know, I as good as do it every night anyway. So, that's my first step in my battle against insomnia. Now we have to go back upstairs. I have to show you all the other things I use.